Hey, Falcons fans, buckle up. The 2025 NFL offseason is here, and the Atlanta Falcons are at the center of a whirlwind of drama, hope, and blockbuster potential. Whispers out of Flowery Branch are heating up, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Is a new era dawning with a dynamic young quarterback ready to lead the charge? Or could a shocking trade shake up the franchise and send shockwaves through the NFL? Before we dive into the heart of this story, hit that like button, subscribe for more Red Hot Falcons content, and drop a comment below. What's your take on the future of this team? Let's get into it. The Atlanta Falcons are no strangers to bold moves, but the 2025 offseason feels like a defining moment. After a roller coaster 2024 season that ended with a disappointing 7-10 record, the Falcons are at a crossroads. Fans are restless, the front office is under pressure, and the quarterback position is the hottest topic in town. The team made waves last year by signing a veteran signal caller to a massive contract, only to draft a first-round quarterback who's now stealing the spotlight. Add in a breakout wide receiver who's forging a deep connection with that young QB, and you've got a recipe for intrigue. Today, we're breaking down the rise of a new star, the potential for a game-changing trade, and what it all means for the Falcons' future. Let's dive in. Let's talk about the man who's got Falcons fans buzzing. Michael Penix Jr., the 2024 first-round pick out of Washington, stepped into the spotlight late last season, starting the final 3 games and showing flashes of brilliance. In his debut start against the New York Giants on December 22nd, Penix threw for 775 yards across 5 games, with 5 touchdowns and a poise that belied his rookie status. His deep ball accuracy turned heads, and no one's more excited about it than wide receiver Darnell Mooney. Mooney, the former Gadsden City High School star, has been raving about Penix's arm strength. The deep ball, Mooney said during the offseason program. He can throw it very, very far. He's got a cannon, and he's never late. If he feels like he's behind, the ball still gets there on time. In Penix's first start, Mooney hauled in 5 receptions for 82 yards, showcasing the kind of chemistry that could elevate Atlanta's offense to new heights. Their connection is more than just on-field magic, it's a shared hunger to win. Mooney, who came close to a 1,000-yard season with 992 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2024, isn't chasing personal milestones. "I didn't come here for 1,000 yards, he said. "I came here to win games." That mentality aligns perfectly with Penix, who's been building bonds across the locker room. "I've been connecting with everyone, offense, defense, even out on the golf course," Penix said, flashing the leadership that's got coaches and teammates buzzing. Wide receivers coach Ike Hilliard put it best. Mooney reintroduced himself to the league last year, and Penix is showing he's ready to lead. "We're going to lean on both of them in 2025. But here's where things get juicy, Falcons fans. While Penix is turning heads, the team's veteran quarterback, signed to a 4-year, $180 million deal in 2024, is at the center of trade rumors. The decision to draft Penix left the veteran feeling misled, and now, with Penix atop the depth chart, the rumor mill is in overdrive. Could Atlanta really trade a quarterback with a $40 million cap hit in 2025? And if so, who's knocking on the door? Enter the Indianapolis Colts. Bleacher Report's Brent Sobleski recently named Indy as a prime landing spot for the veteran QB. The Colts are in a precarious spot with their own quarterback, a former top 5 pick who's been plagued by shoulder injuries and questions about maturity. Sobleski argues that Indy's GM Chris Ballard and head coach Shane Steichen might see a proven veteran as the key to saving their jobs. Would they rather have their current backup or a $180 million quarterback trying to turn things around? Sobleski wrote, "The answer seems obvious. But trading for a quarterback with a $40 million cap hit isn't cheap. The Colts have just over $20 million in cap space for 2025, per overtHecap.com, but they're projected to have nearly $59 million in 2026. A trade could involve eating a chunk of that contract and surrendering a future draft pick, potentially a second-rounder, given recent trade trends for quarterbacks of this caliber. For Atlanta, moving on from the veteran could free up resources to bolster the roster around Penix, but it's a risky move. The veteran threw for 3,508 yards and 18 touchdowns in 2024, but his league-leading 16 interceptions raised red flags. Is Penix ready to carry the load, or is Atlanta gambling too much on an unproven rookie? Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. The Falcons' offense has the potential to be explosive in 2025. Darnell Mooney's 15.5 yards per catch ranked among the league's best, trailing only A.J. Brown and Calvin Ridley among receivers with 60-plus receptions. Drake London led the team with 100 catches for 1,271 yards and 9 touchdowns, while Ray McCloud added a reliable 11.1 yards per catch. Add Penix's deep ball prowess, and this passing game could be a nightmare for defenses. Up front, the Falcons made smart moves to keep the line intact. Extending left tackle Jake Matthews for 2 years at $22.5 million ensures stability, while sticking with center Ryan Newsel over Drew Dalman saved cap space without sacrificing quality. ESPN's Seth Walder praised these moves, noting Matthews' reliability and Newsel's solid performance, just 1 sack allowed in 578 snaps. These pieces give Penix the protection he needs to unleash those deep balls to Mooney and London. But here's the catch. The offense can't rely on Penix and Mooney alone. The team needs to integrate tight end Kyle Pitts more effectively and find a consistent running game to complement Bijan Robinson. If Atlanta can balance this attack, they could challenge the likes of Tampa Bay and New Orleans in the NFC South. Now, let's talk defense, because this is where things get dicey. The Falcons went all in on their pass rush this offseason, but ESPN's Seth Walder called their draft strategy potentially disastrous. Atlanta's decision to trade up to number 26 for edge rusher James Pierce Jr. after selecting Jalen Walker at number 15 cost them picks number 46, 242, and a future first-rounder. Walder questioned the value, especially given Pierce's reported maturity concerns. If the Falcons pick early in next year's draft, this could haunt them, he wrote. The signing of 32-year-old edge rusher Leonard Floyd to a 1-year, $10 million deal didn't help. Floyd's 13% pass rush win rate in 2024 was below average, and Walder argued the move looks worse in hindsight. On a positive note, releasing defensive tackle Grady Jarrett saved $16.25 million, a move Walder endorsed given Jarrett's declining production. Still, the defense remains a question mark. Can Walker and Pierce deliver the pass rush Atlanta desperately needs? Or will these moves backfire? So, Falcons fans, let's break it down. Michael Penix Jr. and Darnell Mooney are forming a dynamic duo that could light up the NFC South. The offensive line is solid, and the receiving core is stacked. But trading a $180 million quarterback is a massive gamble, especially with a rookie at the helm. If Penix falters, the Falcons could be staring at another 7-10 season, or worse. And the defensive overhaul? It's a high-risk, high-reward bet that could either elevate Atlanta to playoff contention or leave them scrambling. What makes this so exciting is the uncertainty. Penix's leadership, Mooney's speed, and the potential for a blockbuster trade have Falcons Nation on edge. Will Atlanta stick with their young QB and build around him? Or will they pull the trigger on a trade that could reshape the franchise? One thing's for sure, the 2025 season is shaping up to be a wild ride. Falcons fans, what do you think? Is Michael Penix Jr. the future, or should Atlanta keep their veteran QB? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. If you loved this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more Falcons news, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. The NFL offseason is just getting started, and we'll be here to cover every twist and turn. As always, go Falcons!